thank you for joining. Also, thank you for anybody that's watching this, going to be watching this on reruns. But let me see if I can see the comments here. Oh, look, we got some people in here. Looks like Tim and Hannah are here, and Keith and James and Michael. Thank you guys for joining. Sean, Three Oaks Honey. All right. Thank you guys for joining. Well, tonight, besides the drawing that I've been talking about for a while, uh, we have a special guest with you. But before that, I wanted to kind of go over what we're going to be doing for the night. You know, uh, we're going to have the drawing about 7:15 for the baskets. There's three prizes. There's a basket, and then there's just a smaller basket, and then honey. We'll draw out of a bag or a hat, and then for the a little bit later, like 7:30, we're going to draw for a T-shirt, a Hives for Heroes T-shirt. So whoever wins that, that'll be one of those little, where you put in the hashtag and we'll spin the wheel. So anybody watching, you won't have to have bought a ticket to win that. And then it's about a little bit later, I'm gonna give away another honey basket in that same manner. But anyway, we do have a special guest tonight. He's a former active duty Marine. He's devoted to his three beautiful daughters and passionately committed to creating opportunities with positive impact for veterans and first responders and conservation efforts. Upon his return from Operation Enduring Freedom, he had a successful career as a consultant focused on scaling Fortune 50 businesses, yet struggled personally with an extremely difficult transition back to civilian life. In 2018, after an experience with honeybees, in which he credits for saving his life, Hives for Heroes was founded, a national nonprofit service organization focusing on honeybee conservation and providing a healthy transition from service. Through his leadership and the efforts of amazing volunteers, like some people on this chat, I'm sure, Hives for Heroes has grown to impact over 3,400 participants in all 50 states by connecting our nation's military, veterans, and first responders to experienced beekeeping mentors in their local areas. And at this time, I would like to welcome Steve Jimenez.
Welcome, hey, good Steve. Evening, everybody. How are you? What's up, Phil?
Oh, not much. How you been?
Doing good. Good to get right around Christmas season here. So closing everything out and bringing some more cheer, which you're about to do here today. That's awesome.
That's right. That's right. Before we get too far into this, Steve, I want to, anybody that's on the chat, if you've served in our military or if you've served as a first responder, I'd like you to put that in the chat, just so we could recognize you and honor you as we go through this program, because we sure appreciate the sacrifices you guys make for us, the rest of us. When I started this, I was just wanting to do something nice, during the Christmas season, as have a charity that I could donate to, because we've been so blessed here with what we've been able to do with the farmers market and our gift baskets and stuff. So I decided to make this gift basket, and I really thought it was just going to be me coming on my live YouTube and making a drawing, and that was the end of it. But I got a really nice donation from a lady out in Montana, Karen, and I said, you know what, this has turned into something kind of special. So I decided to make a little bit more of it, and that's when I contacted Steve's group and asked him to come on. But I'd like to go ahead and announce that we have been able to raise, as of tonight, $549 that we're going to donate to Hives for Heroes, and it's mostly accredited to you guys that watch these shows, Bob and Lee's show and Charlie's show and Tim and Hannah's show. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for that.
That's incredible. Thank you all. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your contributions. That's incredible. What did you say that number was?
$549.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's turned out much better than I ever expected.
Makes a significant impact. So
great. So Steve, I'm curious a little bit. I read your bio and all that, but I'm you're a veteran, and thank you for your service for sure. How did you get interested in beekeeping?
The bees definitely found me. Just like a lot of us, we get brought in by people that we care about. And I had a friend that introduced me into beekeeping at a time that was pretty depressing for me. And as we started going through things, it turned my spirits around, and it truly saved my life going through a beekeeping experience with people that I trusted. And before you knew it, there was a lot of analogies to what we do in the military and first responder service. And we just started connecting those dots, and a lot of wonderful people kept joining. And 5 years later, here we are with over 4,300 people in the organization, that are just all over the United States, and continuously growing. We grow together, and we grow through our purpose to serve each other, and we just have a great time doing it. So we used to say from chaos to calmness, and now it's kind of contentment as we throughout the United States.
So that's great. So I'm gonna back you up just a little bit. What was the seed? Is there a moment, you're in the bees,
Oh yeah.
and what was that moment that you said, you know what, I can take this and scale it and help a lot of people? To me, that's amazing, and I'd like to
Oh
hear
man, on the
what that
scaling side, well, the moment I knew bees changed my life was almost instantaneously because of the man. Look at all these veterans on here. This is incredible.
isn't it great?
Wow, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for putting this on there as well, that we can see it. Thank you for your service. Yeah, so the moment of walk, it was up on a second story tier, and so we were on a rooftop. So there was a lot of adrenaline and anxiety, doing something for a first time and then going into an unknown situation. But really popping that lid open, and these ladies started pouring out, and I just wasn't I overcame the fear very quickly. Right.
Right.
So working with people that I knew, trusting as we now have the analogies of trusting yourself, your gear, and your buddies, walking through a process and finding success in that built confidence. And in that very short period of time, that's what happened. And the people that were around us had similar experiences. So then we were just kind of saying, hey, what kind of club is this? Like, are we just going to get together every now and then and do some bees, right? Work some bees. And that was the consensus then. And there came a time, probably closer to COVID time, where we realized that we could serve others in a very massive way. So this kind of came from people asking, how do we get involved because of social media? How do we get involved? How can we do this? And it really hadn't got to a level of matching that we are now currently until about COVID timeframe. And more people wanted more connection. And we have this amazing apparatus, this amazing tool or platform to be able to do so. And people kept getting interested. So as we kept developing that, there's more time, involved in that. But the team that we have, the guys that are working, the girls that are working on everything that we do on a daily basis, serving all those people, has taken a life of its own in the way that we have our systems and processes down, right? Just like the bees, we have these things going on, but right now we're not perfect. But we try to match every single person within 30 miles of their mentor, so they can have a close personal relationship with those that are in their communities. And then we take a step back, and we do it intentionally because we're not micromanagers. We want to make sure that everybody has the ability to just do what they would like in their journey. So now our role has transitioned from not only matching people, but also finding and or creating and or collaborating with resources that are beneficial for them. And again, we get out of the way. So if you look at our resource page or events page, it's now stacked with things that people can do, places people can go. And that's all for their benefit, so they can become better versions of themselves and hopefully serve our communities in better ways as well. Oh,
I needed to unmute. Sorry about that.
no worries.
Yeah, I was actually looking at your website, and it is amazing the number of people you've teamed up with on that, and all those links that you have. Plus, my kudos to your website. Your webmasters is doing a great job. So
It's definitely a lot of information. We've tried to tailor it to where it's pretty easy to navigate. So if you're looking for support, here it's going. If you're looking for this, here it's going. Of course, we've been on a lot of publications, whether that's on the news, in written media, social medias, etc. Everything is trying to be very, very clear what it looks like. I mean, our greatest benefit that I love, of course, I love our connection side, right? That's That's what we do as an organization. We connect one person to another person, center that around bees, and you have anything from those relationships building to the natural healing, right? That soul healing that only bees can do. And as a beekeeper, I mean, a lot of us know that. But you can go to see the scholarships, right? We just gave, there was 20 recipients of $20,000 worth of scholarships. Thank you to HEB and Kodiak Gas for being able to provide those to those in the organization, which now furthers their beekeeping career, partnering with local organizations and having even more connection. So there's a lot of things that we do extremely intentionally, and we're not here to educate everybody. We're not here to be everything to everybody. We're here to connect people, connect them to education, connect them to people in their local areas, connect them to resources that are available in their area, whether that's bees or maybe that's a mental health side or an outdoor kind of club or whatever is in there. So we try to be very intentional, and we look for what is best for almost like what would I like to do, and then let's bring that on board type mentality, right?
Yeah, that's great. So and I had another question, and I got to listen to what you said. Oh yeah, what I want to anybody that's listening, put questions in the comments, and we'll see if we can get Steve to answer those for you guys too. So how has the program changed? I mean, you said it was just a club and you got together, but how is it? I'm sure you've had to react to the way it really works, where you thought it was going to work and the way it really works. So if you could share with us how it's changed over the last, I think, 5 years or so since you started it.
Yeah, I'd say there's a lot more support, and that's support on a daily level from our headquarters team, from our state leaders to those that have volunteered throughout the United States. We couldn't do this without those people. You have high level professionals that have day jobs. You have people that do this full time on a volunteer basis because they're retired, and this is something that they have a passion for. Being able to bring bees and serve the veteran and first responder community is it's truly incredible. And so we're grateful for all those that have come and done that. So a lot of support has shifted because we needed more, right? And by support, I mean people that are literally taking over job functions or doing things on a daily basis that allow us as an organization to continue moving forward. So we have, administrators, CPA, somebody that does literally all our shipping, right? He's a retired Marine. So there's all these functions now that come in as you become a larger organization that you never really wanted. And so these are the kinds of things that I love about a growing organization, is being able to share with others of, we become an administrative organization to support the veteran and first responder in their journey towards and through beekeeping. So there's other organizations that might like to, or maybe people that have wanted to start organizations. And we have a lot of those inside of Hives for Heroes. And so basically what they saw was, well, y'all are already doing all the heavy work that nobody likes to do, right? Headquarters work and administrative work and things of that nature isn't what anybody signs up for when you start a nonprofit, but that's what ends up happening. So as we continue to grow, those administrative burdens continue, and we have less and less like beekeeper type fun stuff. So how do you mitigate that? You allow the beekeepers to be beekeepers, and you just take the admin role. And so now you're connecting people that wanted to start an organization or are growing an organization. Well, we'll just collaborate with you. Why don't we bring those people to your front door? Why don't we bring the veterans and first responders that might not know that you exist? Let's bring them to your front door. And so that's been really successful for us by really getting out of the way, doing what we do well, networking, connecting, administration, caring about people, and then get out of the way and let the beekeepers do some awesome, awesome stuff in their local communities. Oh, that's a great question. I think you got muted again, but Gunline Bees, which is, what a great name. Do y'all work with or through Wounded Warrior Project? Man, we have worked with Wounded Warrior Project in several kind of educational connection platform type things. We were doing that around the COVID period of time. There should be some exciting stuff coming down the pipe. We just had a conversation with them yesterday. And so we're looking to see how that can continue to move forward as we want to continue to serve them. But we also want to learn from organizations like them that have a lot of experience, a lot of people. We can navigate those landmines, as people say sometimes. But yeah, Wounded Warrior Project is in conversations now. And if there are any other connections in which you would have that can open that door a little bit easier, we'd be happy to connect with you. And again, great name. Oh, DC's, what's up? Oh man, yeah. So we have yes, there's a lot of interest kind of throughout. It's you would think it would be more focused, but it is not. It's kind of a lot of different types of organizations, a lot of different types of people want to work with Hives for Heroes. And I think that just comes from our nature of being so collaborative. And again, getting out of the way, right? So when people are coming into the organization, we want them to be themselves. There's not like a huge amount of rules and structure that you have to follow here. It's really kind of like being a good human being, being a good steward. All this stuff is on the website. But we work really well together with pretty much every organization that we've ever spoken with. Official veterans programs. Hope for the Warriors is one of our partners, which we love. They're out of the Virginia, DC area. I know the owner personally, or the founder and executive director personally, and she's incredible. They've done amazing things throughout the United States. So that's where we turn to. People like, or organizations like Wounded Warrior Project and Hope for the Warriors for those things that we do not do, right? We do connection, network, working with people, finding that purpose again, but we're not, what would you call it? Caseworkers, right? So we stay in our lane and then we allow others to do very, very well in their lane. And then we pass those off. So if there's any concerns with, mental health or things of that nature that are outside of our purview, then of course we're going to hand that off. We also have conversations with the VA. We have conversations with with just a lot of different organizations as we continue to grow. And now it's more like, how do we fit? So the idea is not that we fit inside of an organization. The idea is that we stay who we are and become a resource to those organizations. It's very different. We want to continue to stay who we are. We have an incredible board of directors, board of advisors that is very seasoned, not only in beekeeping, but also in business, also in legal. There's a lot of different stuff in there that we want to make sure the organization stays of high moral authority. And then, now it's just finding out how we can work with these organizations and get those word out. And this is a great step right here.
There we go. So what, could you give us just a thumbnail of what someone can expect if they were going to join the program or if they were going to join and be a mentor?
Absolutely. Yeah. So one of our calls to actions is always mentors. We need more mentors. We have 1-to-3 ratio of mentors to newbies. So as you're looking at numbers now, it's definitely over 1,000 mentors and then about 3,000 plus newbies, right? So 1-to-3, we need more mentors. Now, we are creating our own mentors over time as well. The way that the organization works is that first year, we ask you not to get bees as a newbie. We want you to connect with a mentor and go into their yard, get trained in a way in which somebody wished they would have been trained, is what we like to say. And so now you get to see and experience before you're fully bought in, right? Before you've made the full investment. Mm-hmm. In that second year, you're going to grow those bees that are gifted to you by your mentor, or if you want to go buy more bees, that's awesome as well. And you're going to grow yourself and you're going to grow your yard. And then in that third year, we're going to ask you to come back and be a mentor. So pay that forward and mentor somebody else in your area. So that's already happening. As this continues to grow, we're already seeing, Charlie actually let us know today that we're seeing a lot more people as this year starts to transition asking, hey, I've been in the organization for 3 years. Can I be a mentor now? So now we're going to have a good flip here pretty soon,
yeah, that's great.
Which is how dual-sided markets work. So that's not, that wasn't an unknown. This is something that is really good and planned. So, but coming into the organization as a mentor, it just requires you to be yourself, be open-minded. Like, hey man, we're all here to serve each other. We're in the same communities anyway. You'll see the same people at the grocery stores or at Walmart or whatever. And a lot of times we find people that have either known each other or are right close to each other and never seen each other at all. And now all of a sudden they're friends in their own local communities. And that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so, I met my mentee at the farmer's market.
I mean, it's so great. Yeah. I mean, you have all these You have all these incredible people that just might not have connected previously. And now it's like this amazing creature that we love. This little honeybee can just create such a great force, like this driving force. We call it that force of nature. Greg Burns calls it being the lighthouse, right? There's a lot of things out there that just share the joy of what bees can bring to us, and then in return, we get to steward them and support each other. And there's really not much more beautiful things that can happen, right in your local area.
Okay.
Let's see. Yes, Keith, thank you for that. Half tracks and honeybees. If I'm working with vets not signed up in your system, can I get them assigned to me as a newbie? Absolutely, Keith. So that first thing would go to the website. You go to the connect or the join us. They put in a newbie application. And then if it were me, I would just email Charlie at connect@hivesforheroes.com. Say, hey, I'm Keith. I want this newbie. And he'll probably say, thank you very much, and hook you up directly, and you'll get a welcome email and also the matching email. And then you'll be squared away, ready to go. All right. Jimmy's Neighborhood Bees. Hives for Heroes is a presence at our Honeybee Festival and show. Yeah, I'm wearing a t-shirt now. That's awesome, Jimmy. Man, we appreciate that support. We love seeing our shirts places. I just got a text from somebody that where was he at? One was in Japan, and then another one is over here at Disney. So they just went to Disney and had that. And then a couple of weeks ago, we got a picture with him in Japan wearing the gear. So it's pretty cool. Thank you so much, Jimmy, for your support.
All right. So I'm going to interrupt you here for a second because we're going to get out of time. I'm going to go ahead and do the drawing for the gift basket. And there's my daughter, Sophie. She helps me at the farmer's market. Y'all say hi. She's gonna draw. Now there's 3 prizes. Go ahead and be my Vanna White, Sophie. There's the big gift basket. There's over $130 worth of product there. And then we're going to do one of the smaller baskets. It's worth $20, $25 worth of product there.
And they're all handmade, right, Philip?
Yeah, they're all handmade. And then we're going to give the 3rd prize is going to be just one of the jars of honey, and you'll get to choose which one you want. That's 2 spring honeys and a fall honey. So
nice.
We're going to draw 5 out of there in case I can't get a hold of one of the first 3. So go ahead, Sophie, shake them up and draw them out. And while she's doing that, I want to just compliment all the people that are on the lives that give. A lot of people donated money but didn't want hardly any tickets added. So
man, that's sweet.
Make sure you keep them in order where you drew them. Well, go ahead and read the first. Let's see who won the first. Who's the first one? Rupa Hira. Okay, I know her. She's
congratulations.
a lady from my scout program. So yeah, I sold these at a couple of different scout meetings. So Rupa, congratulations if you're watching, but I'll get a hold of her. All right, who's second place? David Greenberg. Up another. The scouts are coming in. Like I said, the people that a lot of these people, they might have put in $10 and got 10 tickets. You guys should have been a little more stingy because it looks like the scouts are running away with this now.
It looks really nice.
Uh-oh. What? Oh, Craig Warner. So all of them for my scout troop. I'm going to have to.
So got a monopoly over there.
The 2 alternates. You can't read it? That must be my handwriting. Amit Kara. What are you doing over there, Sophie? You're killing me here. Daniel Ritter. Okay. Well, they won't. Those last 2 won't get it because I can get a hold of all the rest of them. All right. So there was another.
The cool thing is with the Boy Scouts, we did do that collaboration with the Boy Scouts, and now those.
That's right. I did see that on there.
We really appreciate the Boy Scouts and everything that BSA has done, and now we are opening the honey line out there at the Presidential Library in Dallas as well. So a lot of really cool stuff that has come from those young men and women.
Yeah, and before I'm gonna take this off, but before I forget, I want to send a special shout out and thanks to Lee Quimby.
Whoa! Look at that setup.
He's the guy behind. He's the brain. He's the Wizard of Oz over there, and he's the one catching you guys' questions and posting things up. And I could not do this without him. And I Lee, I really, really appreciate it.
Got to have a little fun with the toys and help everybody out.
Man,
Sure
that's
appreciate it.
incredible, Lee. That's a setup. Man, I'll tell you what.
All right. So I saw another question come up there about, I think it said, what state are you needing? There you go, right there.
What state, Michael? That's a great question. That would go more towards Charlie for sure. We are, I hate to say we're pretty strong in areas, but I think that the best way to do that would be to see where we're lacking mentors the most with the most newbies, and that might be helpful. But that's going to be a Charlie question, and let's get together offline to see where that's at. Or Philip, I can get back with you so you can let people know where that's at.
Sure.
We like to actually ask people to think of it as a selective service. If you're old enough to know what a selective service is, you literally had to go to the post office, right, and like fill out this paperwork that you were over this age or just got to 18, I think it was, and you'd put your name in the hat. So if they needed you for a draft, then they'd come and get you. And so the issue that we have right now is there's so many newbies out there that need it. It's hard to pinpoint. So we ask people to just sign up. If you're called, hey man, that's awesome. You get to mentor somebody in your local area. If not, please be patient, because there's probably going to be somebody in your area at some point. And again, this is just one big community, right? This is everybody serving each other, doing things very well, very open, transparent, as you can likely tell. Lots of things on Instagram and Facebook group page and things of that nature. So we want to make sure that we're doing things very open, so you can see if you want to be a part of this, right? And so hopefully the objections are overcome just in those videos and things of this nature, like these interviews. And then you become in there and you're kind of matched almost instantaneously if somebody's in your area. Because I guarantee you, Charlie wants to match you as soon as possible. We have an ongoing joke, because one day he goes, man, I wake up at 4:00 in the morning and this is what I love doing. And so Charlie's doing it like every single day.
All right. That's great. So, we have another guest that I invited on because she is a mentor in the Hives for Heroes program. And not only is she a mentor, she posts videos with her mentee, which is really, really entertaining.
It's good.
So I'm going to bring on somebody all of you probably know very well. So
what's up?
Welcome, Lisa.
Hey, Steve. Hey, Philip.
How are you?
In the background. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well, even better now.
Good. It's good to see you.
You as well. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing. Golly, I see your name pop up all over the place, and I love it.
Well, we're having a really good time. Of course, it's kind of slow right now, but, we're going to pick up. I've got a great mentee. I don't know if you know the story behind that.
Share it with us.
We got matched up through Hives for Heroes, and come to find out we're exactly the same age. And his mother and I used to work. I'm sorry, my dog is hyper.
Trying to give Jasper a run for his money.
He would too. Riley is a hyper dog. But anyway, his mother and I used to work together in the hospital where I started my nursing career.
Wow.
So it was kind of neat. I said, there are no such things as coincidences.
It's coincidence. I believe that true.
And it's been a great experience so far.
Well, that's really cool. So like, just as you're sharing that, what makes it, I guess, easy to work with us? I mean, we don't have a whole bunch of rules and things like that. Is there anything that you see that it's like, man, I just don't want to be with this org or just, you know what I mean? Trying to play devil's advocate over here.
No, so far it's been great. Everybody's been very, very helpful. Charlie was great at getting us matched up really fast. I had another one that I guess my husband works with that was interested, and he kind of got disappointed because he wasn't matched with anybody and tried to get it matched up, and it just didn't work out. But he found someone to help him. Wonderful. And, without Hives for Heroes, but, I said, whatever happens is meant to be. So,
yeah, we're definitely not a perfect organization. So it's good that he's able to do something and be inspired and then go forth and do good things.
Right. Well, it's hard when we have so few mentors down here. And Ken has just been an absolute godsend. He is great to work with. As a matter of fact, I'm fixing to hire him to help me train my dog.
Yes, yes, that's awesome.
He's a dog trainer, so I was like, dang, he's got his hands in a little bit of everything.
He's a great guy.
But he's been very helpful. We have a small club here in Ozark that just started up a few months ago, and he came as a Veterans Day event. He came and spoke to the group, and it was very informative. I think we may have possibly gotten 2 possible mentors out of that. I'm not sure,
Wonderful.
but I'm hoping anyway.
Well, I think you ended up putting it on your channel too, right?
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Y'all want to go meet Ken? Ken's over there in Alabama, lower Alabama, and Army veteran, retired, amazing guy. Like you said, dog trainer as well. And funny enough, we were in Alabama, and my dog was having an itch, and he goes, "Oh, that's the food." And I go, "What? We've been doing this, and this. We're going to the vet and all this kind of stuff." He's like, "Man, don't worry about that. It's the food." I'm like, "Dang!" Like he knows his stuff. Right. So,
yeah. Like I said, he is involved in a lot of stuff. He even does venomous snake handling and stuff and removals. I mean, golly, because when I mentioned about him coming over to Ozark, don't hit the keyboard. Stop. When I mentioned to him about coming over to Ozark, I was like, it's a long drive. I said, if you need me to, I'll step in, but I said it would mean more coming from you. He said, "Oh no, I'm always over in Ozark picking up food for the snakes."
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Well, then you got people like in Alabama, of course, Yappy, right? So you got.
Yappy's great.
Has been just an incredible friend and confidant and mentor to me as well, and we're just grateful to have him. We were just on the call with him the other day because we have some plans for some stuff in here with one of our other sponsors, and so it was Kelly, Julie, Randy, Dirt Rooster, Yappy, me, and Troy, all and Neela, all on the phone together and having a blast. Like it's incredible.
If you can get off the phone with Yappy, you're a better man than I am.
Sorry, I'm still getting over a little bit.
He's great. He has been. I've made so many friends along the way, and Yappy's one of them. I mean, I was watching his videos before I became a beekeeper. And then, we met through Facebook because he was starting to can. And we just hit it off and became just great buds. And he's been a really big help to me.
Yeah, you got to be friends that's a falconer. I mean, come on.
Yeah. He's such an interesting guy. So
it's kind of like if you can do beekeeping, you can do anything. See? Look at that.
Well, I changed out the faucet on the kitchen sink a couple of weeks ago. I said, if it was only for rocket scientists to do, rocket scientists would be doing it.
Yeah.
Figured it out.
It's like staying at a Holiday Inn Express every day.
Right.
So I saw a question pop up. It was from Keith Larimore. And by the way, Keith made a really nice donation. I appreciate that, Keith. But go ahead and
so if you want to donate a hive or so, not experienced enough to be a mentor. Well, that's good that you say that. We do ask for 3 or more years of experience only because of the beekeeping side, and we know we've overwintered bees, and that's the harder part. Probably have enough gear, probably have enough equipment, et cetera, for that. But really, remember, this turns into a friendship. Mentorship really means friendship, and it's just that first layer, and before you know it, Randy Dirt Rooster is the same thing that said to me. He's like, "Man, it's just the mentor thing. Like, every time I mentor somebody, we become friends." And I said, "Man, we need to have mentor/friend is what it really is." Donating a hive, if it's a live hive, we try to get somewhere in your local area. That's something we'd have to coordinate through our admin. But we wouldn't want to try to move it too far, right? Like we don't want to bring it to headquarters and then ship it from there. It would be trying to find somebody in your local area that's a newbie going into their second year, something like that we'd be able to do that. But that's something that we continue to grow, and that would be a logistical struggle, right? So as we continue to grow, we got to be honest with that and know that things do get administratively heavy, and that's okay, but there's needs all over the place, and we'd like to fulfill those as much as we can. So I would say your first step would be emailing support@hivesforheroes.com, and then we'll have our admin team try to get on that.
Fantastic. All right. Does anybody else have any questions? I've got a couple of questions that I had here. One is, I believe you're going to be at something a lot of us will be at soon, Nobby.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell
Yeah.
us what we could expect from that?
Yeah, so as y'all know, as we talk about every meeting, we're Hives for Heroes, and we connect veterans and first responders to beekeeping all over the country. And so what that means is we are agnostic. We will be at Nobby. I will personally be at Nobby. We have a significant amount of our team that'll be at Nobby in Louisville, which is not very far away. Gosh, it's getting there really quick. And then we'll also have a contingent at Hive Life as well, again, serving our veterans and first responders. The following weekend, we will be at ABF in New Orleans. And then the following weekend, I think there's another event. And for all those events, you can see them on our website under the events tab. But I can tell you right now, we are very excited about going to the Bee Expo. We have so many incredible friends there. I mean, just unbelievable relationships that have been forged over the past 2 to 3 years, whether that's breaking bread and sharing meals with people, whether that's, the after hours and things of that nature. It's just really awesome to be around so many incredible people, and also those that have servant leader hearts, those that are willing to stick their neck out for a veteran and first responder. And so we're really, really excited to again be there. And I think I speak right at the front, like we did last year for Hives for Heroes, honoring those veterans and first responders that have been, heroes from, World War II all the way through. I mean, we got some incredible people in the United States of America. And so we'll start with that. And then our table is set up in 2 components. We have all our merch and fundraising merchandise, which includes the new bee suits that are all branded with Hives for Heroes. They're triple ventilated suits. They're awesome. So we'll have those and the mugs and the shirts and all that kind of stuff. And then we have a dedicated area just for connection. So you're going to come over there and you're going to ask questions or ask what it's like to be a mentor. Well, here's what a mentor right here. Why don't you have a conversation and build a relationship? So we'll have a nice area there just to relax. So if you're sometimes, a little PTS type issues, you might get a little anxiety inside of there, come over to our booth, relax. It's a place that, you can relax or, walk outside or whatever that looks like. But we want to be there. There's a lot of people that are showing up there. When it comes to the vendors that are there, I don't remember how many Cayman says there's going to be, but like 160 vendors or something ridiculous, right? Just a tremendous amount of vendors that are there. Something like 4,000 people going to this thing. So it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do a Hives for Heroes group picture as well. So get ready for that. So far, as far as we know, there's like close to 200 Hives for Heroes people actually going to this. So you're going to see a lot of Hives for Heroes shirts.
Wow. So you said shirt. So Lee, we need to give away a T-shirt.
Oh man, look at that.
Let's give away a T-shirt. And the way this is going to work, guys, is Lee's going to tell you what to put on the hashtag. But you pick out whichever shirt you want there, and I'm going to buy it and send it to you. So we'll get your correct size and everything like that. So
look at that.
What the hashtag is going to be T-shirt.
Yeah, we love our shirts. They're very simple. It has just a bigger logo like this. It's right across the chest. Really excited for those new shirts and all the work that goes in it, from the design team to the printing team to the shipping team. Everybody's really contributing to this, and that's what makes it so much fun. And that's why it looks like it's so massive, is because there's so many people involved, and it just so happens that like I said, Kevin will be shipping that shirt to y'all, so maybe he'll throw in a smile with it too. I doubt it. He's an EOD meeting. He don't smile much. And we met at just at the Montgomery County beekeeping meeting. His kids were in bees, and he's like, "Heard you talk. You need help? I don't even like bees, but I'll help." So there's a place for everybody. You don't have to, be the world's best beekeeper. You just got to be a pretty good person and be able to, want to serve your fellow man and woman.
All right.
Look at that. That's awesome. Actually, I think our team, we'll unveil them there, but our leadership team is going to be wearing our new red shirts there. So we have, it starts on a Friday, so it'll be our red day, right? Remember, everyone deployed. So our team will be working the booth and walking around in those new red shirts, and then they'll go live for sale as well.
That's cool. So yeah, come on. How many? My eyes aren't good enough to see how many are signed up yet there. Can you guys read that?
It was 18, I think. 18.
18. No, we've got 30 in the chat. We got to get some.
Oh man.
So yeah,
That's wonderful.
Hashtag T-shirt.
Steve, we're going to need some hoodies up in Louisville. It's going to be cold.
You know, we had hoodies. We do have, I'm pretty sure we have zipper hoodies that are coming. That's not on the website yet. So you kind of called it, but I think we got some zipper hoodies coming.
I've been looking. I already got the t-shirts.
I mean, I wear Hives for Heroes stuff every day. This is something I just truly love and enjoy, and it's really a blessing and to be able to do this and serve and be able to talk to you guys and share stories and things of that nature, all in the hopes of, one more mentor showing up, right? To serve another newbie, or one more newbie to show up and say, man, what's going on? How can this change my life? And there's a lot of stories in the organization of how it really did shift people's lives, and beekeepers know that, right? We know that. And then we struggle trying to share how, and then they come in and they experience and they're like, I can't really communicate it as best as I would like to either, but it's just so powerful. It's so amazing how these, Greg says bugs in a box, these bugs in a box are just unbelievably incredible, and they bring us all together.
Yeah, since we've got the boss here, I want to put in my request and I know you have to raise the price a little bit, but that gray shirt with the red, white, and blue. I love that red, white, and blue logo you have.
Oh, gray with red, white, and blue. Let me write that.
Yeah, just the logo you have on a gray shirt that'd be a big seller, I think. I know I'd buy it. So how are we doing there, Lee? I guess probably had enough chance for everybody to enter.
Oh yeah.
Anybody else? 10 seconds. Way some of these guys do, Steve, is they and I do it sometimes too. You type it in 3 or 4 times, but it only enters you once. So type your name in as many times as you want, but it still only enters you once.
I'm still getting over this upper respiratory thing. Whew.
So Lee, when he put the hashtag in the first one, it looked like it put it in under my name somehow. So I've never won one of these. So I'll win this one. You just watch, and I'll have to pass and give it to somebody else. But I've never won one of these. I've entered probably 30 of them. But yeah, let's go ahead and spin that wheel, Lee.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, my name did come up. You watch. I'll win it this time.
That's pretty cool. We got a pastor on here.
Oh, no, Brian C.
Brian C. Congrats,
Brian's out of Memphis area. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Congratulations, Brian.
Yeah, we'll get your size and all that kind of stuff, and get you hooked up with a Hives for Heroes shirt.
Look at there. Dan joined us, Dan Weaver. So I always forget where Dan is. He's up in Minnesota-ish area.
Sure.
I think Dan's the one that won the earrings that I donated once for somebody's live. But
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So all right. Anybody else have any more questions for Steve?
Or Lisa? I mean,
or Lisa. Yeah, absolutely. For Lisa. Lisa's the star in this group. She entertains us.
I just bring a little estrogen in.
Well, I'll tell you, it's people like Lisa that make this organization, Philip, people like you that make this organization what it is. This is what is special about Hives for Heroes. It's a group of people that care about other people that just happen to love bees. And so we can complicate as much as we want what it is and how it got here and where it is. But the reality is it's continuously growing because the amazing people that are here. The bees aren't going anywhere, hopefully. We're going to keep growing them and stewarding them. But it's being, good people, good-hearted people in our community serving each other and, loving things that we do together. It's that simple.
Well, I can honestly say it definitely does build a relationship. I mean, Robert and I have become very good friends. So, I mean, it's like the bees, like Greg says, the bees are the conduit, but it's the people that keep you here.
Absolutely. And so that's the reward for us. People ask us, well, what do y'all count? What do y'all measure? And we're like, man, how do you measure that? There's no way to measure the impact that you've had there. And it would almost be, as we've told others, it's almost arrogant to say stuff like we used to be, save bees, save vets. Well, that veteran or first responder saved themselves. It's very arrogant for us to say that. So we just say, you know what? We don't measure that type of stuff. Yeah, we measure things as business impact and things of that nature, so we can talk to donors and sponsors and let them know. But it's really hard to measure the fact that like two people got together and have a freaking amazing relationship or things that they're doing in their community that's impacting others. It's really, really hard to do that. So like I said, without amazing people like y'all in the organization, it just wouldn't exist. So thank y'all very much from the bottom of my heart. Thank y'all for everything that y'all do.
Great. All right.
My pleasure.
We're going to give away one more thing.
No, look at that.
So it's going to be a gift basket.
The knife set.
It's
but wait, there's more.
Spring honey. And it's got 2 tins of lip balm in there. So
I need some of that right now.
So, yeah, you can, hey, go to your YouTube and enter it, Lisa. For sure.
Philip, you did a really good job making those, man. You and the family, I guess. I don't know, but that's really nice.
Well, I made the little wooden boxes, and my daughter Sophie, you saw her earlier. She helps me put these together and helps me at the market. So
look at that teamwork.
Yeah. But we're gonna give this away. That's gonna be called. It's gonna be #giftbox, one word. And then after this drawing, Lee, you can throw the link up, and I think I can only have 6 because I have the free version of the live. I'm a part-time live streamer, but if anybody else wants to jump in and join us, they can. So yeah, #giftbox if you guys want to win that.
Good.
So
#giftbox.
Yeah. While we're doing that, what are some of the challenges you see? Because in my opinion, the biggest challenge that I'm going to see as a mentor, my mentee, we met one time. We've only been together like a month, but the biggest challenge I'm going to see is that it's going to be hard to, I'm a weekend beekeeper more or less.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of things you do in the bee yard is like, oh, I got to go do that right now. But then it's like, oh, now you got to stop and call your mentee and say, hey, I'm going to be doing this. Are you available? Kind of thing. So, yeah,
it's the blessing and the curse of we drove away from the group settings because people would get left behind.
Right.
And if you're not seen or heard, it makes the cycle real, right? It makes your reality real of, hey, I joined this group, but I'm not really interacting, right? How hard is it to have 15 people around one hive? Pretty difficult, right? Yeah, exactly. That's not something that we like doing. So I would say the biggest challenge, because it is one-on-one, is understanding that the relationship is not Hives for Heroes. It's yours. And taking responsibility of that and saying, you know what, this is my newbie, this is my mentor. We are together in Hives for Heroes. But Hives for Heroes is not going to micromanage you. This is an earned organization, not a given organization, right? In everything that we do. And one of those things is it would be impossible to micromanage everybody, right? Okay, you guys got a schedule here. You guys got a schedule here. The second piece of that is, why would we want to? You're grown adults, right? So it becomes, hey, maybe setting expectations, right? Maybe overcoming that hurdle is setting the expectation of doing just what you did. Hey, I'm typically on the weekends. When stuff needs to happen, it needs to happen. What would be your availability? Do you want me to call you? Do you want me to text you? Do you want me to email you? What's your best form of communication? And bettering the communication lines between yourselves, but you have to do that in a shared expectation way, like an honest, open way, right? Mm-hmm. Which then allows you to have a better relationship at the end of the day, right? And then those skills then are now translated to your life. Right. So it's not just bees, but it's also, hey, my other friend, hey, bro, really like hanging out with you. But when you do this, this, and this, it's hard for me to do so. So I'd rather spend time with you here and here. How's that sound? Cool. And now expectations are set and boundaries aren't crossed. So those are pretty important things in like the therapy realm. But I think it works just fine with us, is setting expectations and saying, hey, I'm your mentor, not a consultant. If y'all see the videos and our stuff, you're not a consultant going over to the newbie's yard and saying, oh, let me do all your beekeeping for you because you're a newbie and you serve this country. That's not who we are.
Right.
It's a mutual relationship, mutually beneficial relationship where hopefully the hardest thing is making sure that you get there on time. Because, and everybody here on this channel, I think, knows bees. It's going to rain the day that you planned, right? It's going to be way too hot, in Southern Alabama or here in Houston. It's going to be 110 degrees, and you're going to be like, you know what? Just don't feel like it today. But it doesn't have to be centered around beekeeping, right? The beekeeping, remember, is the conduit. But it doesn't mean that you can't go, hey, we're going out to a fair. You want to go? Our whole family's going. How about we get both families and go out to a county fair or go to dinner or invite them over for dinner, whatever that looks like, because the emphasis is people. That's who we are. We're a people organization that loves utilizing bees as that conduit. But at the end of the day, it's about building that relationship. So do the best that you can to build the relationships.
Right. Great. Well, I noticed that Ian came in, and Ian is Canadian, and I meant to at the beginning say it didn't matter if you're a United States veteran or first responder. If you're representing your country in those roles, but that also made me think of something else, Steve. Go ahead and put it in there. If you're a Canadian Mountie or whatever it is you guys got up there, Ian. I've noticed you guys are expanding into Australia. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, we've been in Australia for a little bit over a year with about 350 veterans and first responders there. They're, as far as we know, they're doing incredible, right? We do not micromanage. Again, we have leadership teams that do that, and that's a benefit of who we are and what we do. We also have the ability, or I guess the requests coming in from 8 other countries at this point. So we're looking at how do we solidify this. Funding is definitely an issue because just like any other organization, you need dollars to run. There's got to be infrastructure. There's got to be things of that nature. So we've intentionally set aside, there's a lesson learned from Habitat for Humanity where you actually intentionally set aside 10% of your gains so that next organization can grow. And so we took that as a model as well. So we're constantly saving to serve in the future with the other countries. And so we're just kind of seeing where that goes at this point. As we know right now, we operate like the bees. So it's kind of cool down season right now. We're prepping and planning for the spring. We're going to see massive growth. And we need to be prepared for that here and be intentional of not spreading too thin in order to decrease the services and quality that we have here in the United States, but rather build in efficiencies and effectiveness with automation and really good people in the right seats in order to expand in a really, really positive and thoughtful way as we continue to grow throughout the world. All
right. That's fantastic. So if anybody else has any questions for Steve, share them with us. But I really appreciate you joining us, Steve. You stayed on longer than I expected you to, but I think it's been a good time. So
well, it's a privilege to be here, and thank you all for the invite, and thank you for recognizing all those that have served and those that are continue to serve. And we're very grateful to be able to be in this position to share this. And anytime y'all need some, let us know. We're here.
Great. And I want to remind everybody that next Thursday, Ricky Rourke will be having a live, and I think he's going to have Randy, the Dirt Rooster, on his live. I think Lee's helping him with that one. And also on Friday, Charlie, I have his Friday Night Live show. Join Charlie. And then on Sunday, Tim and Hannah. And then on Tuesday again, Lee and Bob. So
nice. You got one. Let's see who's got the gift box.
Oh yeah, we gotta give away the gift box.
We can't leave before I know the gift box.
That's right. All right, Lee, let's go ahead and spin that wheel.
That was a reward for the first question of the podcast.
Yeah, and Tim and Hannah sent a very nice donation too, so we really appreciate that.
Congrats!
So,
I love that name. That's a great name.
Fantastic. All right, congratulations.
Thanks, Dan. May appreciate you. Merry Christmas to everybody, and happy holidays, and have a safe one But man, enjoy your families. If y'all need anything from us, reach out, support at hivesforheroes.com. We're here. But man, everybody have a blessed Christmas and Happy New Year and all that fun stuff.
You see, Tim, I might slip a little something extra in there for you, Tim. You guys have been very helpful. I think that, you didn't hold back when you talked about supporting the program and supporting, the auction or not the auction, but the raffle. So yeah, it was very, very helpful. I'm pretty sure that the big donation was listening that night. You made a real difference as you and Hannah continue to make a difference every Sunday. All right, Lee, you can throw up that link if anybody else wants to come in and hang out. Steve, you're welcome to hang out with us or get on with your evening or whatever.
Yeah, we can stay around a little bit. I'd love to see some of the people that are on the channel.
I don't know, Lee, can we just get 2 in? Lee, you can jump in with us here for a second.
I tell you what, I'm going to bug out. I'm going to stay in the chat because I got some more Christmas wrapping to do.
Okay, very good.
A great perpetual procrastinator. So have a Merry Christmas, everybody. God
Lisa.
bless.
All right. Thank you, Lisa. Merry Christmas.
That's hilarious.
So yeah. So Lee, you can come hang out with us too if you want.
Got things to do. Man, I want to hear more about this setup. I mean, this is like, I think he just had 3 or 4 camera angles as well.
6.
6?
He's got a studio over to the side, and he'll have guests come in and be on studio.
Wow, you don't even have to look at your own guests when you're doing everything. They're over there in the back.
I've had who's that? Mike Berry and Mr. Ed here one day.
No kidding. Right. Dang. Can you show that other angle with the other wall? Golly, and the honeycomb. I knew I saw that. Wow.
Yeah, that's where his guests sit over there in front of the honeycomb.
Man, that's top notch, Lee.
He looks like FEMA to me over there.
Oh yeah. You're in the command central there.
Oh yeah. Gotta have something to play with, help people out, enjoy our time spending it every evening with everybody.
No, this is really nice. Well, I would definitely appreciate you guys, and thank you for the invite. Thank you for noticing the work that all these amazing individuals are doing all over the country, and I know y'all are part of it. So I thank y'all as well, and being able to get some exposure and things of that nature really does help out a bunch.
I dropped that comment in there. Was you able to click on your YouTube side and pin that comment?
Yeah, let me. I wonder if I hit something here. That won't work, will it? Yeah, let me do that. Let me see if it. I copied it. I copied the link. Let me try. Yeah, my YouTube is behind. It's still trying to give away the T-shirt. Let me see. Did that pop up there?
Not yet. If you can get to your YouTube comments, not in StreamYard, but on YouTube side, and click the little 3 dots next to the link, and then click pin comment. It'll throw it at the top for everybody.
Wow.
Pin message. There it is.
Real whole setup. All right. Well, for me, it's dinner time. I'm going to feed this kiddo and the young lady over here. And if you want anything from us, man, thank you so much again.
Thank you, Steve.
Very much appreciated.
Yeah.
Appreciate
it too.
You have a good evening, and we'll be seeing you.
We'll see you soon. We'll see you very soon.
I'll be up there with Rick and them again.
Awesome. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks.
All right, Steve. Thanks. Good night. All right.
Yeah, we got anybody else wants to join in on the live?
Somebody was saying they dropped their mug. I don't know if they must have been talking to you, Lee.
Hannah dropped her coffee cup last week or week before. The let your love flow coffee mug or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it bounced off the asphalt, but it still held coffee.
Oh, okay.
It broke the handle off, but it was still holding up.
Oh, I thought she threw it at Tim.
That might have been the case. He was just saying she dropped it. Dropped it on his head, huh?
That's right. She hit him in the head, and she just had the handle in her hand when it was all said and done. We need to get, Tim needs to jump in here with us. But
I'm trying to run through comments, make sure we didn't miss nothing up there.
Yeah. And I want to tell a story. I got a call, or I got a text from Joey Ross today. Asked me to call him, and I don't know if you guys have been seeing me and Joey talking about a valve that he had extra, and I've been trying to figure out, if he wanted to trade something for it, or for me just to buy it from him, or whatever. And so Joey said, well, I called him, and he said, well, on this valve, if you'll just put my name in the drawing, one ticket, and then just pay me what you think this valve is worth to you, and give all that money to Hives for Heroes. So that helped out, because I was going to give him $100 for the valve. So that money goes to Hives for Heroes. So
that's good.
That's Joey's just a real good guy. So he gave all that money to Hives for Heroes. That's real nice.
So what day you showing up for Nobby?
I'm going to be there. I think I'm just going to be there the day of, but I have a nephew that lives right outside of Nashville, which is 3 or 4 hours before I get there. And it's kind of the distance I feel like I can drive and not get too tired. It's probably a 9-hour drive to his house. And then, and my total drive's like 13 hours or something. So 9 or 10. So, I'll get up that morning. What is that? The 3rd when it opens?
I believe they're going to do like a meet and greet from like 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
I'm not hearing you, Lee. Are you muted?
No,
not muted.
Can you hear me?
Maybe
I'm not muted here.
Sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. What happens is I got this little button that's on my headset, and I had it laying in my lap, and my arm was resting on it, and it went all the way down.
So are you buttons number 2 or buttons number 3?
I'm buttons 2.0, or I think.
No, I'm going to be there on the 2nd. Well, I'm leaving the morning of the 2nd, get up there that night, because the 3rd we'll have to get up that Wednesday and start setting up the conference. So and then I believe it's either Wednesday or Thursday they're going to do a meet and greet.
Yeah, is the I haven't looked at the calendar, but the thing itself is the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So right, I don't know what.
I'm about to pull the schedule up right now.
I know I made a mistake when I got my hotel, because I got it like a day late, and then I had to call, because I did it through Expedia, and I called the hotel and got them to move everything back a day.
Let's see, January the 4th. That would be the Thursday.
Gotcha. So
it's going to be 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock, I guess, a meet and greet, and then Friday and Saturday 9 until 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm arriving. My hotel's on the 4th, so I'll stop short on the 3rd, and I still hadn't talked to my nephew and told him I was going to crash at his house yet. We'll have to see how that works out.
Do you know if Hives for Heroes has a YouTube?
Thank you, Danae. I don't know if they do. They've got several videos.
It looks like they do. I'm going to drop a link to that here.
Who won? It wasn't you, Brian. Sorry. So three people from my scout troop won the baskets, and then from the T-shirt was, who won that T-shirt? I need to write that down.
My bad. I think that one that I just dropped, that's the Heroes to Hives YouTube. My bad. Go back and see. Okay, I clicked the wrong one. It was the one above it.
Who won that T-shirt? Can't remember who won it. I have to go back and look at the video.
I didn't even write it down.
Redraw. No.
Let's see.
I'll go back and look at it. If you did win the T-shirt, shoot me a text so I can get your size and which one you want on there. I'm gonna put my number in the.
Okay, this is the correct YouTube channel. Hives for Heroes.
Oh, that's right. Brian C. won that. Yeah, Brian C. And who won the other thing there? It was
Gunline.
Gunline. That was Tim. Yep, Hannah won that.
Yeah, speak of the devil. Waiting on video to come in there.
All right.
There we go.
There's the winner. There's the winner. Ding, ding, ding.
My head. There we go. Wait. There we go.
You got it now. Hey, y'all.
Hey, Hannah and Buttons.
Where's Jasper?
Yeah, where's Jasper?
Wait, no,
Yeah, I'm about to say he's not very far from the camera. We're gonna get Jasper all confused all these different nights going live.
Yeah.
We may have to go.
This is not his night.
he's working on it. Hang on, something's.
We got a delay on ours. We're gonna jump out and jump right back in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's waiting.
So, Lee, what are you doing with your bees these days?
Basically, I still got honey on them right now. Still got supers.
Really?
A lot of supers on. I got one hive still has 4 supers on it.
Golly,
Just
man.
as much as I work, I ain't had time to get out there. I go out there and make sure I still got traffic flying in and out, and I'm not seeing anything bad as far as slime coming out the front or moss or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the couple that I didn't have supers on, I've done some OA treatments on them. Yeah, DC's about got that right.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Well,
I work so much.
you got a head start on them for next year.
Yeah. Now, next week, I'm hoping I might be able to get out there depending on weather. I hadn't even checked that yet, but I am off of work next week for Christmas. And then the following week, we'll be in Kentucky for Nobby.
Yeah. Well, I think you probably have rain on the way. The rain got here today. So it'll
I
probably
don't
make
even
it
know where my phone is.
tomorrow or the next day. But I should have got out this morning and done OA treatments because it's supposed to rain for 3 or 4 days here. But
Yeah, that's right, DC. They do keep me working too much. Yeah, it looked like we got a little chance of rain somewhere after midnight tonight. It ain't very much, but then all day Sunday, starting like Saturday night all the way through Sunday night, we're going to be raining a good bit.
yeah, you might be a few days behind us then.
Jack,
Hey, you're there. Good.
maybe it'll work this time.
Yeah.
Jasper made it back too.
Jasper's got it figured out now.
Yeah, Danae, I don't know if I'm a bee haver. Sometimes I don't know if I got bees out there or not.
You got to see them to have them, right?
I leave before daylight and I come home after dark.
It sucks being a grown up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I'm ready for it to be over with. Just not in a
Yeah.
bad way though.
I was gonna say, be careful about that.
I don't want it over in that way.
The daily work. We'll put it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that
I'm ready for
responsibility.
retirement.
Tim, they reporting you're in the wrong chair again.
Yeah.
It throws them off, don't it?
Well, we're keeping y'all on your toes.
There you go.
Gotta make sure everybody paying attention, huh?
Well, usually when y'all do see us, we're in the opposite chair because it's just for Hannah to lean over and I guess get us in the frame all the way. It's easier for her to kind of lean to her right. So we'll switch chairs during our live. But I didn't even think about it tonight.
We usually don't when we jump on somebody else.
Did you guys decide whether you're going to go on Sunday or not?
I think we are.
Believe so. The numbers.
Lord willing, we are. That's the plan anyway.
I may have to sneak in. I bought a headset with the Bluetooth on it, so I might have to just like be wearing those around the house while doing all the family thing. They were like, "What are you
We don't
doing?"
want anybody to get in trouble. Man.
I'm
That's
trying to
why
click
we're-
on y'all's channel, Tim, to see what the numbers were, and it keeps on telling me something went wrong.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
Last time I looked at it earlier today, it was like 84% was like, yeah, let's do it, and the other,
16%.
yeah, everybody else was.
It's your next time.
That's it. Which,
There it
Yeah,
is. It
and
finally
this
come up.
year, everybody be tied up.
Right now,
Oh.
you're at 78% heck yeah, and 22% catch on the next one.
Okay.
okay.
So I
Well,
think we
good.
still winning for Sunday.
See who shows up.
It just takes one.
Yeah.
Just takes one.
Oh, Stone River. There's your one.
Mhm. Yeah, but I don't know how long we may do it, about an hour and a half or so instead of going the full 2 hours kind of thing, or we'll go as long as y'all want to. It don't make no never mind really. But y'all come on along.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a little bit of reading, but gonna be in the good book this time.
All right.
So
Yeah.
everybody kind of join us along and bring your Bible with you this Sunday. We'll rummage through it for a few minutes.
Yeah. You're calling all wise men, right?
Yes, sir. And as many as we can get in there, wise women
I'm
too.
about to say, if it's wise, I mean, am I still allowed to come?
You're more than welcome, Lee.
I drove by a sign today that said "Wise men still follow Jesus."
There you go.
There it is. Yes.
Well, Philip, I could not believe what your total was for the fundraiser.
Yeah,
That was just awesome.
and
Like
it
that
all
made
kind of came in the last couple of days, really, or
well,
half
how
of it
did
did.
it still come together?
It was fantastic.
Yeah, for real. I was shocked. It's like that's a really awesome Christmas present for them.
Well,
Yeah,
and two, it appears in the chat now. You two gentlemen, if y'all are still in there, I can't. Well, Hannah's got it
I
over
can
there,
see
but
it. Yeah.
Carl and Brian from Flower Street,
Yeah,
there was whispers of doing something at the conference,
No, that'd be
kind of
good.
like you did. So it looks like you kind of inspired folks
you
to.
got the ball rolling with
That would
this.
be great. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's, you can give a donation or you can try to, give product and raise more, because there was,
Well, they were talking about raffling off a gift basket.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that'd be great. I'd
to
buy
do
some
for the
chances on
signing.
that for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be great.
well, if we were going to be able to go,
I can put some tickets in for you.
we might get you to do that.
I was trying to look at the layout for Nobby to see exactly where Hives for Heroes is. I know they're in booth 304.
I thought they said they were going to be right across from the stream team, but maybe not.
I see 300 right at the entrance, but then it goes, okay, there's 304 right behind it. It skipped some numbers. So yeah, they're close to the entrance there as soon as you walk in.
Right.
It was pretty cool knowing that they reach out to other programs as well to try to get their word out. You know what they out there doing.
Realize how involved their outreach is with different programs. I didn't know they worked with so many different people like that.
Yeah, and I haven't seen. There's a link there that I forget what they call it on their website. I forget. It's like people that team up with them. The ones that I recognize, there was a lot of them. Like I even saw that the Scouts BSA was on there, but like Desert Creek Honey, that's Blake Shook's company, and that the Bee supplies his store basically, but
Mhm.
they're partnered with them, in some way. And it may just be a matter of, donations or however they set that up. I don't know.
Yeah, if you go on their website, hivesforheroes.com, and look at the top, you can click Get Involved, and
Yeah.
you can join, donate, or collaborate.
Collaborate. That's the word I was trying to come up with. Yeah. If you
Cool.
click on the collaborate, it's just a ton of, it's a big long list of well, that's how you sign up right there,
Yeah,
right?
that's the form there.
But yeah, there's a list that goes by state. You click on the state and it'll open up all the collaborators from that state.
Mhm.
Does it kind of give you an idea how many folks are in your area, or they just run your name through and say, "Hey, I got somebody in the Mobile area, and we'll get you fixed up with them"?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that worked. Yeah, Desert Creek Honey, that's Blake Shook's. That's his honey operation, and the bee supplies the other. There you go, the
If you
state.
go to resources at the top right,
Yeah.
then you can go by state.
Yeah. If you click on any of those, it goes to people's websites. It's a link to their website. But yeah, I don't know, Lee. If I don't think it's like a map with little pins on it or anything. But
Mm.
I know I had a little bit of an issue early on because they paired me with somebody that was also, it just got wires got crossed. The person I was paired with was also a mentor. And then I was talking to the lady at the farmer's market, and she was telling me she was in the program and she was a former Marine, and they were trying to pair her up with somebody up in Denton, which is 25 miles north. And I said, well, that doesn't make any sense because, you live in the same town as I do, and I'm still waiting for my mentee. So when I
Yeah.
emailed all that to Charlie, I don't know, you probably heard his name mentioned a few times. He's the one that does the pairings. I literally got a call from him almost immediately, and he just said, "Oh man, I messed up. I forgot I didn't get you back into the pot." So he sent another
Well,
email back, and he paired us up, and we're off and rolling.
that's a simple fix at least.
Yeah, but I can imagine that he's got, he's the one that does all that. If he's got 3,500 or no 1,500 people he's trying to get hooked up, that's quite a job.
I mean, that's what I was thinking. I ain't got no room to judge that man. I have a hard enough time managing me and Tim as a business. I can't imagine keeping up with that many people and not slipping somewhere.
Yeah, we could do something at the Nobby for Hives for Heroes and have a raffle. We could just, literally could set up a a big jar and some tickets. People fill them out, make a donation, and
Yeah, go old school.
let them do the drawing. Yeah,
I'll run by their booth and drop some money in.
yeah, that'd be a great idea. With they could make some real money there with the
That's what I
2,000
was
people or whatever it
thinking.
is.
So,
As of today, let's see. I got a text earlier. Let me pull it back up here. Wrong one. 3,042. That is how many beekeepers, VIPs, vendors, and honey show judges will be at the expo as of now.
oh,
Wow.
What is it? 3 days?
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Well, there you go. Y'all can do y'all drawing each day. Boom, boom, boom. One from Philip, one from Brian, one from Carl.
yeah, Brian just said, Philip, if you organize the raffle, I'll bring some gift baskets.
Okay, well we can do that. I'll talk to Steve and we'll just I say we just have one big thing that they put tickets in, and then each day they draw something out, and they'll have, this is what they're going to give away on the first day and second day and third day. Yeah, it'd be great.
We're gonna have to Zelle you some more raffle ticket money.
Well, I tell you what, you can just Zelle me and I'll take the cash and buy you the tickets. I don't want to have to keep up with that much stuff when I'm there.
Yeah, I finally got the Zelle figured out. Yesterday?
Yeah,
I think I sent it to you.
I didn't mean.
It's on my bank account app. I can
Yeah.
go in my app for my bank and it's in there, but it was asking for my password. Well, for me to log into my app, I just used my thumbprint on the phone.
Right.
But
right.
whenever I went to the Zelle part, it was asking for the actual password. I'm like, well, heck, I done that so long ago. I don't know. I just used a thumb. It wouldn't let me use my thumb for that.
So I had Melanie Cruz. I actually, one of my posts, I accidentally put the wrong phone number on there, and Melanie pointed out that they were trying to make a donation, and the number, it wasn't going anywhere. And so I'm like, oh man, that's pretty bad when you put the wrong number, because if somebody had that number in Zelle, they would get the money, So
They
I
would have
I,
been happy.
I went in to try to Zelle them $5, and I put in there, with the way my bank works, you have to add them as a contact before you Zelle them.
Mm.
Not everybody's is. Some you can just do the number.
That's how mine
So
was.
I put them in as the name was Testy Test was the name I gave them, and then I got a text from my bank going, "Are you trying to add a Testy?" Like the AI picked up that was not right.
Yeah.
And sent me a text like, "Are you truly trying to send money to a Testy Test? We're worried about this."
You blew that little computer's mind.
I know it.
How you doing there, Carl?
Hey,
I'm doing
Carl.
all right. Yeah, I
What's
didn't.
up, Carl?
I didn't mean to start or anything, but I put it out there earlier when you were sending your stuff off, Phil, and I kind of threw Brian from Flower Street under the bus because I put it out there. Hey, Brian, you want to kick in if we throw some? I throw some cream honey in that. You throw some of your cream honey, and we put a basket together. If we can get somebody to put out a raffle or something like that. I want to go to Nobby, but it's not looking like I'm going to be able to make it, So I'm offering up a couple things of each one of my creamed honey and some candles, some chapsticks, just like you did, Philip. And if you want to kick in, we can put a huge
Sure.
basket together.
No, I don't mind at all. Yeah.
If we can put a huge basket together, I'll ship it out to you, Phil, or whoever.
You can do that
And
because I'm driving. I'm not flying, so I can carry stuff with me.
Yeah. I mean, I'll ship it out to you tomorrow, or the next day, or next couple days, and that. And
Yeah, Brian can just bring his stuff.
Yeah, he's going there anyway. So I mean, whatever he wants to add, and I'm just thinking whether you could have it somebody's stand in that. It sounds like Bob's trying to figure out a way to go there.
So last year was when didn't Brian have to rent a trailer to go home?
I can't remember if he had a trailer or if he just had the whole vehicle completely packed.
I don't remember.
I left with a big packed vehicle. I can tell you that. So, but I mean, I'm not going to be able to get there the way it looks. But I'll send out some creamed honey and that and a handful of stuff and ship it out to you if we could add to the cost.
Is anybody near you going to Nobby that you know of?
Not anybody close to me.
Okay, because I was gonna say
There's one guy I talked to that's about 30 miles from me that is going to go out, but I'm not friends with him really in that and that.
Yeah,
but
just
I
trying to
mean,
get you an
I
easy
don't
way
have a
to.
problem. I'll drop it in a box and ship it out to you,
Okay.
Phil.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's not a problem. So
absolutely, that'd be a really neat thing for people to win.
Yeah, I'll throw 4, 5, 6 candles in there and a couple chapsticks and some cinnamon and peanut butter and hot honey in that. I'll send one of each.
Yeah, maybe
So.
maybe Brian and I, when we get there, we might just go around and bum off a lot of people. We might have massive gift baskets.
I don't think it's a bad idea. The cost
I was trying to look around. Brian from Flower Street sent me a candle here a while back, along with some creamed honey and a little thing of I can't remember if it was the soap or lotion for Renee, but the candle he sent me, it was a beeswax candle, but it was in the shape of a dragon.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, here it is, right here in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's very cool.
that is cool. It's on a rock, isn't it?
Yep.
That is cool.
Well, yeah, I knew I had it somewhere.
I told Sophie when we make candles, I don't want to make something that's so cool that people don't want to burn it. I think you got one that's too cool to burn.
Yeah. Well, I used to collect dragon stuff. I got a shed out there that's full of dragon stuff that needs to go.
Right.
I ain't got room no more.
A lot of my candles are gnomes, and I never realized how many people love gnomes. And people tell me, "Hey, the color gnomes, I'm not burning this." I'm like, I don't care what you do with it, you're mine.
It's just the weight of wax to you, right?
Yeah. I mean, whatever you do with it, once you buy it from me, it's yours. I don't care, you know.
Right.
But they love them. Gnomes are a big thing, and I never realized how big a following there is for gnomes.
That's the wrong attitude, Carl. You want them to burn them so they'll have to come back and buy another one.
Listen, if they have one, they want another one. Believe me, the way it seems.
But that's what you tell them. If they're only buying one, say you need to buy two. That way you have one to burn and one to save.
There you go.
Good idea, Lee. I didn't
Increase
think
your
of it
sales.
that way. Yep. So
Uh,
I'll take it either way.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, we had I think 30 people on there at one time tonight. Which
Like 34.
was it? Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Even more than 30 on
Man,
there.
I think he was pushing about.
How did you
40
do on the like
people.
button? I didn't pay attention to that. I know I had it.
I don't know. I guess I could.
We're up at 31 likes right now.
I know last night on
You
the
got
stream
one more. I just liked it myself.
I know on the stream from last night I tried to bring up that this was going on tonight, and it wasn't really brought up in conversation because I thought it was for a great cause, you know.
Okay.
So
Yeah, right before the stream, I shared it out on mine just in case any that might not be subbed to Philip would see it also.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Bob
was
last night was just guilting people into doing it. He said, "There's 80 people on here. You need to be at this."
Well, I was on last night. Just
He can be
saying,
very
hey,
direct.
I'll be on tomorrow night watching Philip. You know, so I mean it's something awesome. So I don't understand why people don't jump in. So
Well, we were up against David Burns, I guess, too. He's always on Thursday nights.
I know.
Oh, there's Joey. Hey, Joey. It went very well,
we're
Joey.
up against the
Well, I guess I'll let
EAF
everybody else tell you.
certified beekeeper.
It
I'm
did go well.
biased.
It went really well.
We won! We won!
When real
Tim,
good
I
for
love
Tim
the
and Hannah.
I love the spirit. I love it.
It was like Joey, it was like it was touch and go, but Auburn pulled it out in the end.
Look,
I give it
Well, like
I
I didn't.
I know where most of the crowd in this chat is from, so I'm not even going to touch that.
Well, like yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Whenever I sent Philip the Zelle thing, I didn't think about it. I just put on there a donation. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna tell him it's just a donation, not to enter me in the drawing. Well, I get a picture from him. It's a page of tickets of mine and Renee's name on it. I'm like, no, take them back out.
You know what those are?
Yeah. Oh man, I got
So he had to put Sophie to
don't
work,
worry
and he
about
sends
it.
me a picture. They're all laying on the floor.
he well, first of all, Sophie, because a lot of people bought tickets and they were just in there, just, little sheets. So she went and folded every one in half. So you could actually get a hold of them, And then the lady that gave a lot of money only wanted one ticket. And I couldn't remember if I'd put a ticket in there for her or not. Kind of like y'all's, Tim and Hannah. And I said, she has got. She has. Hey, sweetie.
No,
So I said, I can't have this drawing unless I'm sorry.
Go ahead, tell her.
I'm supposed to be in bed.
Oh, you're going to get in trouble.
Well, the elves are watching, Hannah.
Are
The
you
elves
Brat
are
1 or
still
Brat 2?
This is Brat number 1.
This is Brat 1? Okay.
Number 1.
Too.
Tell Hannah that the elves are watching. All right, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
So I had already had Sophie go through every ticket looking for that one ticket, and she found it and put them back in. Then I got Lee's text about how he only wanted one ticket in there. And I went, all right, Sophie, come on in here. We went through all of those again.
She probably
She's
ready to beat us all.
She looked at me and she's like, really?
Well, I bet that's what she was thinking.
I wasn't following all that, Phil. I mean, I did shoot you a text and that with my email and that. I didn't know if you
did?
got mine or not from
I
2B
don't-
Breaths.
I don't know. Let me get my phone because I don't.
If
think
not,
I
it might
got
be
it.
another $25 towards the total. I never heard the total.
Yeah. The total was $549. So let me have a look.
Hey, Todd just showed up.
Hey, Todd.
Todd here?
I told him her.
Oh,
Oh, on the
Yeah, he's in
Loma
the
Vista.
comments.
Yeah.
A little late. He could have made the drawing.
I said, I was like, man, you missed it.
Well, I guess you got to think about it. It's what, only 6:32 in California though, so we'll forgive him this time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Phil's in Texas. What's the hour difference in Texas and North California? 1 hour?
2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah, 2 hours. Oh yeah, I got it. Melanie got hers in. $20 for Melanie. So let's see here.
Thursday's talking about.
I meant to send it last night, but I went to bed. I was tired, so. And I had people over tonight, and then I looked at the time. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I got another one from Stone River that was trying to give away another T-shirt, but the problem, I think Stone River's still on here, that JB at Stone River. JB, my phone was on the tripod to film the drawing, and I never did take it back down. So I'm sorry about that. I would have done that. Oh, there's a drawing at. Oh, there's a T-shirt for the drawing at Nobby. I see what you're saying. Now, we got time for that. We can still do that.
I was gonna say I missed the.
Oh, Stone River That's what he said. Okay, he was going to give away some Stone River T-shirts. Yeah, bring those to Nobby. We'll put that in the basket for sure. There you are, Carl. When did you send that to me? That was at 6:51 today.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the time difference. Sounds about right. Yeah.
Put me in for
Just
25.
Shoot me an email.
One
I'll
ticket.
kick
All right.
in there.
Very.
Doesn't
very
matter.
good.
I'll kick it in.
Sure. I'll do it. I appreciate it. So yeah.
Yeah, you could shoot me your information. I mean, if we're going to get together, and I'll ship you out some product, and we'll put a basket together or something between all of us.
Sure.
Let's put something together for Nobby, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be there or not. It doesn't look good, but if I am, great. If not, it doesn't matter. I'd like to support the cause.
Is there anything you can share about what it's hanging on? Something we can pray about or anything?
No, just on the people that are wounded warriors and stuff like that. And anything that we could help. That's
no. I was talking about you were saying you're not sure if you can make it to Nobby, and I was wondering if that's.
Oh no, it's just the whole situation with business and stuff like that.
I got you. Okay.
I mean, working too many hours and stuff like that. And I mean, I'd love to come, but we'll see. You never know. It's a work in progress with me.
Right.
So it's a work in progress.
Well, look, there's Mark.
Yep.
Mark's on the road, it sounds like. Hi, Mark.
Where's he parking at tonight?
Suit ready.
What was that, Hannah?
She gonna hold Mark Miller.
Get his Santa suit ready. Because he said if we went live Christmas Eve, he would be there in a Santa suit.
All right. That's right. You better get it ready, Mark. Yeah, you'll have to go back and look at the replay, Mark. Let me know what you think. I thought it went very well.
It wasn't good until this face got on screen.
Man, without you, Lee, no way we could have done this. I know I couldn't. The way you were putting those questions on the screen faster than I could read them in the chat.
Look, Lee is the backbone of a
He is.
whole lot of live chat.
I know he is.
I think I'm better on the back side though than the talking side.
No, you do good on both, Lee.
Yeah.
Good to see Bob's in here. I
Yeah,
hope
we got
everything
Bob
went
in
well
here.
with his memorial with his mom tonight and that.
Yeah, I hope that went good for everybody. Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah, Russell, I got a couple hanging on the wall back there. What's that, Tim?
I was just saying, and it's cool about seeing you is the backdrop. How you got everything set up now. You got your lights and
your whole little studio going on in there.
Yeah, he's giving Fred Dunn a run for his money.
Change
Look at
here.
that.
Look at that.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Man, that's so impressive. I'm not cool, but I know some cool people.
Yeah, I don't know. But Lee's impressive stuff isn't what we're seeing behind him. It's what's in front of him that's impressive. We all know that. We see snapshots of it. There you go.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, you swear to it's like in ABC Studios or something, you know?
Yeah.
Good for
Yeah,
you.
you gotta have some kind of hobby to play with.
Well, you work hard enough to have that hobby. So
Long days. I was telling Philip before the live all day today and then all day Monday. I never moved one time at work. I sat there in a little cab in the crane nonstop and didn't do nothing. That makes for a long day.
I know it makes for a long day, but guess what? You have people's lives on your hand every second. I know guys do what you do, and I respect what you do. And most people don't understand what you do. But you have everybody's lives in your hand every second. And
that's the only downside though, because of the federal license and everything that we carry with it. If something is to happen and say you drop a load and somebody gets hurt, you don't just get in trouble or get fired. We go to prison now.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. I know because I have a buddy of mine, a close friend of mine that does pretty much exactly what you're doing. And we talk very closely about it. And it's not an easy job. I know you get paid well, which you should be paid well. So with the responsibility you have. So
I take when I go on a job site, I stay as far away from the steel workers as I can stay. They're either just got out of prison
or they just coming out of the porta can and you think they got out of prison. They had to go in there and recharge.
And then Lee has to work with the steel workers every day.
And I they'll reach and grab a 50,000 pound panel of concrete, just grab it and pull it into place. It's like, good grief, man. I'm staying far away from those guys.
I'm sitting there reading Bob's comment in the chat there.
I'm sorry. On this tablet, I can't see the comments, so I have to grab my other tablet.
I'll go ahead and bring it up on screen.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, Dan's talking about to have good riggers and everything. I had one rigger with a company for several years. He'd follow us from job to job, and if you looked at him, you wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley. Yeah. He had arms twice as big around as my leg, tattoos all over his face, big fleur-de-lis between the eyes, and when he shut his eyelids, it had LFU across the eyelids.
Yeah, those are the kind of guys I stayed away from on the job.
You didn't mess with him, but when he rigged up on something, it was right the first time. He didn't have to redo it. Right. He knew what he was doing.
Lee, stand up. I want to see how big you really are. After that comment, I mean, I never thought about it, but I mean, I'm thinking
you'll have to excuse the room, but well,
I'm sure you're not.
I might do it without the light on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right, so
I'm about 6 foot.
Yeah, I've seen you in pictures.
yeah, but you're thin and trim in that. So if I sat on you, you'd be hurting.
I'm 6 foot. I say about 210, 215.
Well,
Not
yeah, I
bad.
thought you were taller than 6
Yeah,
foot.
you got to be taller than 6. Lee's like
Nope.
almost up there with Dirt Rooster. It seems like whenever I met
I
him,
would be taller if my back didn't look like that. My spine's
Yeah, I saw
curved.
you in that picture with Ian and Dirt Rooster. Yeah, you were way on up there. Of course, you stand over there close to Mr. Ed, though. It makes you taller.
Yes, he has. What Bob was saying about 6 foot for me. He didn't realize how tall I was when we first met because Hive Life, we'd been doing our labs for almost a year before we even met in person. About 6 foot for me. He didn't realize how tall I was when we first met because Hive Life, we'd been doing Somebody got a feedback.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's me. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. Give me a second here.
I think he's freezing up a little bit too.
Froze up a little bit.
Ah, he's back.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was me jumping in on the other tablet. So.
All right. Well, what time is it? I don't even have a clock.
8:42.
8:42. Yeah.
Well, Phil, keep in touch with me and let me know. I could send you some stuff together because I know you're going out and that. And if we could put something together, it'd be awesome, in my opinion.
Sure. Did you get my text? Yeah, I sent you a text with my
I
address.
could get your text and that, so I have your address.
All right.
And I might just put a little care package and send it out to you, and you could do what you need to do with it. How's that sound?
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'll drop a check right in top of it and UPS it out to you tomorrow or the next day. Well, actually, it's a shitty time to do that. Probably Tuesday. How's that sound?
That'd be good. Yeah, Brian asked me a question there. Well, the only thing I'm buying for sure is that extractor. But who knows what else? I'll buy.
You getting the license one, didn't you say?
Yeah, I'm getting the license 20 frame.
20. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm avoiding all that $300 worth of shipping by getting it there.
Well, if you're avoiding that, you could have used that 300 and got the 30 frame, huh?
It's a little bit more than that.
Hey, Phil, I bought the 18 frame vehicle last year when I was at the show.
Mm-hmm.
And now after this year, I'll be honest with you, I should have bought the 24 or the 30.
Right.
Just food for thought. Just food for thought. And now's the time, because if you're going to spend $1,800 and you're going to spend 22 to get the next size,
I don't even know where I'm going to put this one that I'm buying, because
in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You just mount it to the floor.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can see.
That's a great idea, Lee.
See if I can see. I'm probably going to end up. Can't see if I'm. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
I see an extractor
right there. Yeah.
There you go.
I can't have two in the house.
Yeah, that's why you get that 30 frame and then you can knock that one out.
Yeah, really. What's the difference if you have a 24-inch round one or a 30-inch round one?
So yeah, it's the one I want, but I don't have anywhere to put it.
I'm only telling you from my experience. That's why I'm really sorry I didn't go the next step up or 2 steps up.
I don't know. I managed to do all mine this year in the 4 frame. You know, that's called an 8, but that's really 4.
Well, if you listen to Brad, what Brad produced out of what he did. So, I mean, if you can get by with it, good for you. But I mean, time is.
Oh, you still getting a big area. It's not too bad.
I can go with the clothes dryer if you
Oh, that's funny.
Get your money's worth out of it, huh?
There you go.
It's amazing what people can justify.
If I would have known then what I know now, I probably would have went with like a 30 frame license or something like that, because that 20 frame data, don't get me wrong, it's nice. It's heavy duty, but it comes with that heavy duty price.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
it's basically went up $1,000 since I bought it for the same piece of equipment.
Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah. You know, my mother, bless her heart, she doesn't make the associations quite as well as she used to. But when I was getting ready to extract it, she was like, "What are you going to cook in that?" She thought it was like a big crawfish pot.
Oh,
Yeah, Mark, I did 165 gallons with a 6-framer. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you
My
know,
problem is time. My
what it
problem
comes
is
down to is, you know, if you don't have a fast uncapper, I'm uncapping with a knife. So, you know, I can get a little bit ahead of my little 4-framers, but you know, once I get the bigger 20-framers, I'm going to be uncapping for a while, you know,
yeah.
to fill it
I
up.
picked up a Maxon uncapper, a chain uncapper, and I bought new chains for it, so I'm ready to rock and roll. So
Hey, Joey,
Hey,
how was your meeting?
it was pretty good. There wasn't about 5 of us there.
That's all right. As long as it's not the 5 you don't like. Was Mike Berry there?
Yeah, Mike was there.
Okay. That's cool.
So y'all did pretty good tonight, huh?
Yeah, we did. We did. You know, thanks to
That's
you,
good.
actually we got I got a couple of donations that came in while I was on the chat. But it was, let me see. You guys remember the Jerry Lewis Labor Day telethon? We have to have the drum roll or whatever. But let's see. 549 plus 45. What's that? We're getting right at $600 that we collected for
That's good.
and a lot of it was I already told the story, Joey, that what you told me. So they got an extra $100 thanks to you. So,
Well, I appreciate that.
but you
Glad
didn't
I could do it.
you didn't you didn't win the drawing, but I'm gonna I might have something for you there at Nobby for being so generous.
I'm looking forward to that. I wish I was getting up in the morning headed that way.
I'm not ready yet, but
You ain't got much longer, do you?
Couple weeks, ain't it?
A week and what,
Yeah.
3 days? Well, a week and 3 days till I leave.
yeah, it's gonna be something
Coming up
else.
quick.
2 weeks till the actual conference.
Where are you staying, Joey?
That hotel where it's at there, I think.
Okay. Well, there's a
What's
bunch
the
of
name of that
hotels
hotel?
right around it.
It's the one they actually had on the Navi website.
Oh, okay. You must have got it early then, because I think that one is that where everybody, all
Yeah.
the guests are staying, all the speakers and stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
that one sold
Bunch
out
of them
pretty
are.
fast. Yeah.
The one on the website's the venue and the airport. Okay, no, let's see.
Yeah, I'm staying at the Residence Inn, which is just south of the venue, and I think Lee's staying just north of the venue right there.
Yeah, I think I'll be on the northwest at
Northwest.
the Holiday Inn or Hilton Inn
Yeah.
Gardens.
You're just a little
Crown
south.
Plaza. Crown Plaza is what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying.
that's right. Yeah. Lee, where you're staying is only just a little short walk over there. I think
Yeah, basically I can walk across the street.
yeah, mine's not very far either. It's a quarter mile maybe.
She said, "Come get you some food."
Maybe not that far.
I got my medicine.
Is that Sophie?
No, that's Carl's hot mic.
Carl, okay. I was about to say, tell her I'm sorry about taking them names out.
I guess we could mute him, couldn't we? Unless y'all just want to hear what's going on over there.
You might have heard my granddaughter talking.
Here, somebody was talking about taking medicine. I think.
Oh
Lee,
yeah, it was
me
her
and Lee
when she's going out the door.
Okay, that was you. Okay, I blame Carl for it.
Yeah.
Thank
bunch
you.
of teenagers having a party outside.
That was the way it was. How bad was that when I went on your show, Tim and Hannah, and I had those crazy kids screaming? Were they
It
loud?
wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. Okay.
No, not at all.
No.
I think it's probably because I was talking through this little mic here. If it was unplugged, it would have been because I couldn't hardly hear you guys at times.
By the way, how's your son doing?
He's doing good. He's doing good, getting better every day. So I think he's going to be all right.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Yes.
It is.
Yep.
It absolutely is.
Well, yeah, we're gonna
Philip, when I was,
What were you saying, Tim?
so we're gonna mosey on. But
Okay.
congratulations on everything, and I hope this
Thank you.
kind of kick started something for
Absolutely.
the
I'm
Hives for
excited
Heroes.
to see where this will go
Mhm.
with what you got going here.
All right. I
But
appreciate
it
it.
was fun.
All right, y'all take care.
Yeah,
All right.
have a good one.
Thanks.
Well, like I said, if you're all right, Phil, I'm gonna.
Yeah, send me
gonna
something
just-
and I'll bring it and we'll put it together with something with Brian has. And Yep.
Yeah. If you're all right with it, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you one of each one of my creamed honeys and a couple of my chapsticks and a couple of my candles. I'm
Yeah.
gonna box it up with a check inside for tonight. And
why does your do you have like a tamper-proof seal? Because I'm going to put my finger in some of that creamed honey.
I don't, but you know what? What's your flavor, Phil? I'll send you one.
I don't
What's
know.
your flavor?
You just have to pick something out for me, Carl. I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
I have peanut butter. I have cinnamon, and I have apple cinnamon, which I call apple pie.
Okay. I'm telling you, I want to know what your favorite is because I have no idea.
I'm a peanut butter guy, so
Is the peanut butter's what Bob's raving about? I think I heard him.
I think he is. Yeah, Bob's raving about peanut butter.
I'll try that. That's definitely unique.
I'll send two of them, and one's yours, and the other one's for the show.
Okay.
For what you do, your discretion. How's that sound?
That sounds good to me.
All right. So
Thank
could
you,
you
Carl.
send me your information? So who do I make the check out, by the way, to?
Yeah, make it out to me because I'm just going to write one big check to Hives for Heroes.
Okay.
And I need to
sounds
get in
good.
touch with them because I don't want to do it through their donation link because I think a third party gets probably part of that. So I want to send it direct to them so they get all of it.
Yeah, either that or you could even walk up to them at the stand at the show and just hand it to them.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, because
about
it's
that.
only a week away, a week and a half away.
That's true. I hadn't thought about that.
And who knows? Maybe I'll even be seeing you and shaking your hand there at the show. Who knows?
That'd be
I
good.
doubt it, but you never know. So, but
Okay, I see Tim and Hannah got that message.
Sorry to hear that, Michael. That's terrible.
I was writing it down just in case they didn't see it yet, but they got it.
Okay, good.
Well, Philip, I'm gonna get on out of here and get out of your way.
Well, hold on. You got to tell us at least what you guys talked about at the B meeting.
We talked about anybody that wasn't there.
Okay. That's what they deserve. Hey, sign them up for like volunteering for stuff.
Yeah, especially Jeff Hartshaw. We talked about him a lot today.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't there.
I love it when Jeff. He talks about that when he talks about that club. He always talks about you guys sitting on the back row and heckling him when he had to take over.
Yeah.
I love that story. I can see it too.
Yeah, he'd be up there talking, just getting into it, and one of us back there go, ah! He said, he'd look back and say, "What'd I say wrong?"
That's funny. Oh man.
What I was going to say a while ago when I first come on, y'all was talking about where to put that extractor.
Mm-hmm.
And Lee said in the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's exactly where it needs to go because longer it stays in there, the sooner you can get you a honey house big old.
That's like the way you looked over your shoulder.
That's a good idea.
Dang it, I'm moving it.
I was checking to see. I was making sure she didn't have nothing in her hand.
I like that. That's good. See, that's why we get on these, is to get good advice like that.
Yeah.
You go ahead and move all your bee boxes, everything in the kitchen.
There's me. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. Give me a second here.
All right. Well, good seeing you, Joey.
All right. I'll talk to y'all later.
Hey, see you in a couple weeks.
Good night.
All righty.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I don't have anywhere here to put a honey house. I'm built my little stamp.
Well, guys, listen, it's almost 10 o'clock, so I'm ready to get out.
That's almost 9 for me and Lee, but that's late enough, especially as early as he has to get up.
Yep. One more day and I'm off.
No, Lee's got to be up in like 5 hours. So.
And Lee told me, I said, well, I think we'll go about 30 to 45 minutes, or as long as anybody wants to hang out. And Lee said, I'll go ahead and block 2 hours off for you.
I told him I'm making a schedule everything now.
You're dead on. You're dead on your estimate, Lee.
An hour and 56 minutes right now.
I'm working on it. At some point, I might start putting some videos up myself on that, but it's a work in progress, as you know.
One of these days, I might put some videos up too.
Yeah. Well, you have the technology behind you. I don't. So.
Yeah, I just don't have the time or the daylight when I get here.
That's my problem. I just don't have the time, honestly. Actually, this is actually my inspiration of sanity, to be honest with you, and that's pretty sad to say. Being what we do with the bees and everything else, and the time we spend on them, and that it really is a cooling and soothing thing in my life. So, I appreciate the time with you guys.
Yep. So, Lee, could you send me your address?
Sure can.
Carl, did you send me yours?
I didn't send you my address. I will text it to you in a minute here.
Send it to me.
So, not a problem.
Thanks, Michael.
All right, guys, I'm out.
All right,
Have a good one, girl.
All right, we're going to end this show. Or I don't know how to end it other than to leave, but I've never done that before, Lee. So you're going to have to teach me that as well.
I got it over here on my end.
Oh, do you?
I'm trying to leave and I can't leave.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all. Have a good one.
All right.